Hi, crystal balls. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please think about sticking around, liking, commenting, and subscribing. For everybody else, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I highly appreciate it. And as always, I encourage everybody to go like, comment, share, and subscribe. Not to this channel only, but to every channel that you support and including your mom and pop places and your small businesses. Guys, this is a free way to help out people. Very, very easy. So take a few seconds out of your day to do this. It is worth its weight in gold to your creators, your entrepreneurs, everybody that is hustling. Please do that for them. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, guys. Um, I know it's been a while since I've been on. I have been incredibly ill with my lupus, and I'm very, very sorry about that. There are just times that I cannot keep up. In the last couple of weeks, that's been my life story. I apologize for that. So today we are going to do pick a pile of Dark Mirror. Now, Dark Mirror is a deck that I've been wanting to get for a while. This is an Oracle deck, and this is something that really does focus on the dark, and that's important. I'm going to be doing 3 piles here. You can pick pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3, or each one if that is something that you like. The purpose of this is for shadow work. Now, I don't know if you guys know what shadow work is, but this is looking basically at yourself in a mirror and try to work on those hidden things of yourself that may be dark. And that's okay. Everybody has darkness in them. This could just be a bad habit like smoking. This could be something that is mentally trying, but shadow work takes a lot of time. It is not easy, and it's something that, to be fair, I've started and quitted. I've started and quit many times because of the difficulty, and it does bring up a lot of emotions, but I find myself going back to college here this year. I'm going to be working on my master's, and I want to understand more of why we do the things that we do and why we hide away these parts of ourselves. And this could be trauma. So, just a bit of a trigger warning. Before I do this, guys, if you have any traumatic events, things like that, that you are not ready to work on, that's fine. Um, I don't know if you want to continue in on this video or if you want to see what it's about, because it may not be the thing that you think. Um, Keep an eye out for your triggers. I don't know if this will bring any triggers up for anybody. You guys know yourselves the best. So please keep that in mind as we move forward. And I will come back in a moment here with pile number 1, um, pile number 2, pile number 3. I'm not showing them in advance. So just kind of pick a number and go with what you feel. Or, like I said, watch them all and see what you are drawn to. So I'll be back in a moment with pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1. This is going to be your reading. These are 5 cards. So let's just kind of go here. Naked Before the Stars. This tells me that there is something that you are exposing or you feel very exposed about. This could be something very simple, such as a post on social media, or this could be something quite personal that you feel very exposed about, what I'm getting down to is right now you're feeling very vulnerable and you feel like people can see through you. And that's not necessarily the best feeling in the world, but it may not be as bad as you think. Sometimes when people see through you, they are able to help you. So, whatever you're feeling very vulnerable or exposed about, take a good look and see if that is something that's going to actually hinder you, or by being exposed will it help you? Because sometimes we keep things to ourselves that we actually need help with. So just keep that in mind as you move forward. The next card is Parasite. You have something eating away at you. This could be literally or figuratively. You may have something eating away at you within your body. You could have arthritis. You could have some sort of, autoimmune disease. You may be sick. This could be the flu. This could be a cold. But this is something that is eating away at you. And if it's not something physical, then it's definitely something in your life, someone in your life that is a parasite that has been sucking your energy. It may have directly to do with this first card here, it may not, but you have something in your life that is literally eating away at you. So take a look there and see what is going on. Your next card is Downcast Pride. There is something you feel very ashamed about. And again, I think this all has something to do with the first two cards. It seems like it is forming quite a story, but it feels like vulnerability, exposure, then this parasite that's eating away at you, and this could even be a mindset. But whatever it is, it knocked you down. It definitely knocked you down, and you feel guilt or shame or even embarrassment. Again, guys, I know this seems dark, but this is just exposing things to help you better yourself. And this is definitely a time in your life where you need to take stock of things and really see if the pieces still fit in your life. You haven't done a check on yourself in a few years. Do those same values and things that you held dear 2 or 3 years ago still matter to you today? They may not. All right, we've got Black Flower Fragrance. So, oddly enough, I'm incredibly versed in fragrances and things like that because I worked in them and I was very good at them. So, the Black Flower, they're very rare and they produce a natural smell like star anise or even like black licorice, just depending on what type of flower. So this tells me that there is a hint of nostalgia going on. This is something that is from your childhood, and the smell is very, 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 very particular. Um, this is not a dying flower. This is something that lives on its own. This tells me that there is something in your past that is very specific that is coming up in this reading that you may feel ashamed or embarrassed about, or this actually might be your happy place that you created when you were a child. Do you still need that happy place today? Because this is a very particular type of fragrance and it does reminisce of childhood. Last card is going to be Forgetting Oneself. Okay, this definitely makes a lot of sense here. So this reading basically is telling you to take stock of yourself, who you are, what you've been doing, and what do you believe now. Do you need those comforts of childhood still? Are you being exposed? Who is your parasite in your life? If you're sick, look around at your environment and see what you can do to help improve. If there's anything at all, it may not be. It might just simply be cleaning things a little bit more. But I feel like sometimes our mindsets can make us ill. And sometimes the stress of everything becomes depression, and depression is a very real illness. You have forgotten who you are. You really have. And that's a very difficult thing. I think this is something that is a mirror self reading, meaning you need to go and really reconnect with who you are and weed out the parasitic thoughts and actions and people that no longer have any value to you because you don't believe the same way that you did when you were a child. You don't believe the same way that you did when you were in your teens, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and on and on. You're not the same person. Why are you holding on to outdated information? Adjust. All right, everybody, that is reading number 1. And reading number 2 will be coming up right after this. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. All right, we've got pile number 2. Pile number 2, this is going to be your reading. We're just going to kind of go for it and see what this says. The first one pretty much went into one direction. So let's see what happens here. All right, card number 1, fated to suffer. This is somebody who is in your life that is definitely taking more than what you are able to give. You give all. You give all that you have, but it's not enough for this person. Now, I want to reiterate that this could be a job. This could be something else in your life, but this right now feels very much like a person. This person is holding this over you. You don't have enough. You feel like this is your fate, to be a martyr or to suffer or to always have less. You cannot get yourself out of the situation or this cycle. Break the cycle. You can. Say no. Those words are so powerful. Just saying no. You do not have to say yes all the time. It doesn't make you less of a person. It doesn't hurt you to say no. Sometimes saying yes can harm you very badly. Do not think that you have to suffer for other people to be happy. You deserve happiness. You deserve a good life. You do not have to give away everything of yourself, including yourself, to somebody else. You are not fated to suffer, but you are there right now. Your next card is going to be Peaceful Among Thorns. Wow. So you definitely have a situation going on where you feel like you're walking on eggshells, and the peacefulness among thorns is what you're trying to be. All the thorns here are outstretched. Everything around it is dangerous, and it could be a problem. But what is happening here is outreaching for you. Now, this could be, again, a mental thing, a sickness or something like that. Sunny says hi. But this is very damaging. You are in chaos right now. You are in complete chaos, and you are trying to remain peaceful, which is amazing, but peaceful is not always the way to go. Sometimes you need to stand up for yourself and walk away. And I mean, when I mean peaceful is not all the way to go, I want you to be able to speak up for yourself. I want you to be able to use and vocalize the word no. And I need to put my needs first. Because, guys, I can tell you, pile number 2, you have not put your needs first for a very long time, and you feel like you're indebted to somebody you are not. You do not owe anybody for your life or anybody for anything. You decide how to honor people who have helped you along your path, but you do not have to be indebted to them. And if they're trying to make you feel that way, run. Cut them out of your lives. You decide how to give back to people who have been wonderful to you. Because there have been some wonderful moments, but there are also people who expect basically your soul in return. You don't owe them that. You don't. Atonement. Wow. You really feel like you are, I mean, this goes on with the suffering and the peace. This is a really good reading here as far as its flow. Bad for you guys, but okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. This is realizing one's shadow self. And you guys in pile number 2 are martyrs. You could be a victim of abuse, meaning that you took the abuse of somebody so somebody else didn't have to. You constantly are stabbed in the back, but you feel like you have to do this. You feel like this is something that you need to do. It is self-punishment. Why do you want to punish yourself? Why? We all have things in our past that we are not proud of, things that weren't good. But every single day that you get up is a gift, and you can live a better life. You do not have to continue to suffer and punish yourself for things that happened in the past. The past is gone. There's no reason to fear it anymore. You do not have to take on the sins of other people. I use the word sins lightly because it feels like actions of other people, but it feels almost like saying the sins of the Father. Don't take that upon yourself. Those are not yours to suffer with. In fact, it's up to you to break the cycle. I won't cry for you. Okay. It's okay, guys. It is okay to let that person in your life go. Every one of you has a person in your life that you need to let go. And you've already done so much for this person. It is okay to let them go. You won't cry for them because you don't need to mourn them any longer. You don't need to be haunted by them any longer. This is your time. Your time to reconnect with yourself and move forward. I see her crying tears of blood because this is representation of what you all have done already. You've already cried. You've already suffered. It's time to let go now. Last card, obsession. And that makes a great deal of sense with this reading because it feels like, I hate saying this, but there's an obsession to heal, an obsession to help other people, an obsession to martyr yourself. You feel it in your bones. Many of you are empaths, and it is one of the most difficult things in the world to be an empath because you don't know if the emotions are yours or somebody else's. And by treating somebody else's, at least you think you're doing good. And yes, there are times that you are doing good, but more times than not, you're doing harm. Guys, it is so easy to lose yourself in somebody else's problems than to look at yourself in the mirror and need to work on what needs to be worked on. This is your call to work on yourself, to let toxic people go and stop being the martyr. You are important as a person on your own. You are beautiful and unique in this universe. It's time to work on you. It's okay to say goodbye to all of these things that are not working in your life, including people. It is okay. Today you have permission to take care of yourself and cut out toxic people because it's time for you to move forward. And try not to go back in this cycle. It's easy. It's so easy, which is why the obsession is there. But keep reminding yourself, you can say no. You need to put yourself first. All right, pile number 2. This is your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you like it, stick around for the third one. And I'll see you in a minute. Okay, this is the reading for pile number 3. We're just going to kind of go like I did in the other ones. And remember, we are working on our shadow selves, so some of this may be difficult. All right. Your first card is Bride in a Cage. Okay, well, this is definitely telling me that some of you feel very trapped in a relationship. Now, looking at this, it does not have to be a marriage, but it's a partnership. This could be a boss, this could be a sibling, mother, father, or a partner, but you definitely feel like you're trapped and you can't move. And that's really scary because look at the person's expression. This is now a skeleton. This person has trapped themselves to the point where they believe they can't move. They're not allowed to be the person that they are. Keep that in mind as we go through the reading, because I feel like someone is keeping you from singing. The next card is Anger in Chains. Well, again, this is a very good reading as far as the flow. You are caught up in somebody else's anger, somebody else's situation, and it is trapping you. You are not only in a cage, but you're full of chains too. The thing is, you're just okay, welcome to pile number 3. So pile number 3, don't forget that this may need a bit of a trigger warning. I'm not sure, but we're just going to keep going and see what happens here. This is your reading. All right, so the first card you are going to get. This is Bride in a Cage. So right now, many of you are feeling trapped. This could be from a relationship. This could be from a work situation, even something that was Bowie, something that is a thought mentally, just you are really, really trapped here in this situation. The thing is, you've been trapped in it for a while because looking at the bride's face, she's now basically a skeleton. So this has been something that has been going on for a very long time. So just kind of keep that in mind as we keep going here. Card number 2. Anger in Chains. Okay, guys, so this is really matching up to card number 1. You are trapped by something or someone that is bringing out anger in you. But I think the situation that is making you feel trapped is literally that situation is a very angry, very toxic, very um hard situation to be in. I mean, look at this. This is all pure chaos. There is the lion on there, which is usually a sign for strength, but right now I'm taking it as the opposite because of the X. This is something that you feel very, very trapped with. You don't feel just like you're in a cage. You also feel like you're in a cage and you're in chains and you're pissed. And that's fine because sometimes we need the anger emotion to be able to catapult us forward. But use the anger in a healthy way. Don't get yourself trapped into a situation that is is dangerous because of your anger. Okay? Your anger is valid and it's fine, but don't lose your cool, so to speak. All right. Blind to pain. Wow. Guys, whatever is going on in your situation, your life right now, you have been in this trap for so long that I don't think you recognize your own pain. This may be something that you have to do in order to survive or get through your day. But guys, this is not good. This is not healthy. And I almost feel like it's an abusive parent or something, but you cannot blind yourself to the pain in order to keep going. That is nothing but survival mode. You're not living. And if you continue down being trapped and blind, you are not ever going to get out of the situation. Look at it. Look what was really going on for you. See if this is actually something that you can walk away from, because I think you can. And obviously do things safe. I'm not in your situation. I don't know what's going on, but you need to be very, very safe about this no matter what you choose to do, because my instinct is to tell you to get the hell out of the situation that you're in, but I don't know what your day-to life is. I want you to be safe first and foremost, but just know that your pain is valid and it's definitely being seen. Fragmentation. You are fragmented. You have probably been in a very desperate, deep situation, like I think you have, and it has shattered you. You may put a mask on. I mean, like a mask that you have created onto the public. And this is everything's okay or everything is not as bad as it seems. I can tell you that no one believes it. And especially the people that are your friends, they don't believe it. You're really fragmented. You're really in a desperate situation right now. And again, this could be something all within yourself. This could be a battle within yourself. This could be manifesting as a person. I don't know because I'm reading generally, but pile number 3, I'm worried about you. Um, you definitely have been through a lot, and it is terrifying. And while you present certain fractions to the public, nobody is believing it anymore. Um, Calling the storm. I really like this card because I'm a fire dancer, so this is something that I really, really like that calls to me. Calling the storm. This is you calling. It's like, what's their name? Kali? Kali? She's the destructor. It's very important to have the destruction happen. You have to destroy certain things in order for things to be rebuilt. Natural fires happen and it helps trees repopulate. You know, the pandemic, as much as it destroyed a lot of people, the land was able to regenerate, rebalance, and this is something that is, I know it's hard to explain. Guys, you are calling the storm to you for destruction and for cleansing. So I don't know if you realize that this is what you've been doing, but you want something to come in and completely destroy everything. And then you want to be able to be refreshed and built back up. I understand. Call the storm to you, but realize that destruction needs to be done in a safe way, and rebuilding needs to be done with guidance. I believe you can get through anything. I think it is time for you to call the storm to yourself, but understand fully what that means. Because if you're not prepared to take on the power of a destructive storm, you're not ready for the next steps. Make sure you are safe no matter what you do, no matter how you do this. Pile number 3, I would recommend therapy. This does look like you will need guidance. Guidance counselors, social workers, therapists. I do recommend this for you guys because I see a lot of clashing, but the fact that you feel like a skeleton, you feel like you don't even feel like a human anymore is very scary. And with all my love and all my heart, I can wish nothing but the best for you and hope that you guys can take advantage of therapy because I think it's needed. All right, guys. So that was the Dark Mirror Oracle card reading. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. And like I said, this is like a shadow self reading. It is a difficult reading for most people because it really does bring up hard things from the past. And I saw messages in there for myself that I'm going to definitely take heed of. So again, I want to thank you guys for being here. Apologize again for my absence. Again, I am very, very sick. So it's been quite difficult the past 2 weeks. If you like my channel and you wish to support it, there are many ways that you can do this down in the description box, including tipping and also my Patreon. I want to give a quick shout out to my 2 Patreon members, and I can't wait to continue to grow to more because you guys, you can get some pretty amazing things, and you can be a Patreon for as little as $1 a month. That's cheaper than a cup of coffee. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this world. Remember that every single day is a gift. Use your time wisely, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.